Assalamu alaikum, grade 2, and welcome to your social studies class. I am your ma'am, Umama. Okay, great. So, now in today's class, we will be starting with a new topic that is natural resources, right? Okay. So, tell me how many of you have heard this term before? Raise your hands. How many of you have heard this term before? No one? Not a problem. So, tell me, do you know any word which is related to this word natural? The word nature, maybe? And for what we use this word? Yes, for things around us which are created by God, right? So, natural is related to nature, which is related to God. So, natural resources are basically the resources which are provided to us, given to us from Allah, from God, are the things which are already around us in our environment that are provided to us, and then we use them for our daily life, for food, for air, water, right? So all of the things that are drawn from air, water, and food are known as natural resources, right? Okay. And do you remember we discussed two types of environment? There was this natural environment, and then there was this man-made environment, remember? So the natural environment was the environment that was made by Allah, and the man-made was the which was made by humans. Similarly, the natural resources are the resources that are given to us, that are provided to us from Allah, and then there are these man-made resources which are created by us, right? Let's say water is a natural resource that is given to us by Allah. Can human produce water? No, it's not possible. But what humans do with that water, we generate electricity out of that water, right? So, water is a natural resource, and then we made electricity. So, electricity is a man made resource, right? We created. Similarly, let's say we talk about something else which is natural, and then we create, let's say, oil is something which is natural, right? Oil is given to us, it is provided to us by Allah. We take out it from the wells, right? Now what do we do with that oil? We run a lot of factories, we create a lot of things, we run a lot of machines, we use that as a fuel in our vehicles. So these are all man-made or human resources. Why? Because we are taking advantage of that natural resources, right? So before discussing it further, let's first do a reading of your book chapter. I want all of you to open this page number 30 of your book. The chapter name is The Earth's Natural Resources. Okay, so let's start reading. We use natural resources like land, water, and air to meet our basic needs. We have already discussed what are the basic needs in yesterday's class, right? So, what are those? Air, water, and food, right? So, these natural resources help us in fulfilling those needs. Food is one of our basic need. We discussed it, right? We need land to grow our food. Food is a need, and what do we need? That land to grow food, right? Let's say, and then we need water to drink. Water is the second basic need. And why do we need it? Not only for drinking, for washing, for cooking as well, right? For bathing, for cleaning. And the last is air. And why do we need air? Air is another basic need because we can not breathe without air, right? Now there is this picture of a girl. The girl name is Sana, and she says that all these things are natural resources. We should be thankful to God for the natural resources. All of these are natural. Why? Because Allah has given all of these resources to us, and we should be thankful. We should say thanks to Allah for all of these things. We should not waste them. We should not do any such thing that results in the wastage of these things because they are natural. Yes, they are gift to us, but this doesn't mean that we should waste it. A very common activity which is usually observed in all of our homes, let's say take an example of me. Well, while I'm washing our hands, we keep the tap open, right? And the water, a lot of water get wasted. So the better way, or the useful way is that when you are putting a soap on your hands, you turn the tap off and then turn it on again when you want to wash your hands instead of wasting water, right? So do small steps, whatever they, to save the natural resources, to save the water, to save the food, to save air, right? Now let's say, how can we save air? That we don't allow the smoke and all other, dangerous gases to enter into our air, because they are causing harm to human beings, right? And the last thing, we should not waste food. Wastage of food is another very bad thing. We should never waste our food. Let's say if you have something which is more than your need, you can give it to somebody who don't have the proper food. There are a lot of people around us in our societies who don't have any earning resource, who don't have proper food, who don't have, they don't even get a proper meal for one time in a day, right? So we can help those people, right? We can sponsor them, we can provide food to them, we can help them out, and we can take prayers from them, right? And we should use water carefully, we should plant trees to keep the air clean. And beside that, one step that we should do, that we can do to keep our air clean, is that we should plant more and more trees. How many of you have seen this, the activity, the plantation drive that is being held out in our country? So, and also, after a small period of time by our prime minister, which is a very good activity, that we are planting more and more trees. Why? Because we want our air to be safe, we want our air to be clean, we want it to be protected and safe and good for us, right? Beside that, plants, why plants are important? They not only clean the air, because we need them, right? They provide us oxygen. So planting more and more trees is also a very good activity, and you guys can do this. You can plant a tree in your surrounding, and your close to your home, close to the vicinity where you can go easily, or you can go with your parents and you can do this activity. Choose the area where there are no trees, where there are no plants, and plant something over there, right? So this would be a very good initiative. So we are done with the reading of the chapter. Now I'm going to share the screen with you. I'll be showing you the pictures of the natural resources, and then we will discuss them one by one. Okay. So is it visible? Okay, these are the three natural resources that we are discussing: air, water, and land. Why do we need air? Because our basic need is air, that we need it for breathing purpose, right? Similarly, air is also used to run the turbines that generate electricity, right? Then look at the water. Water is another basic need of human body. And why do we need water? Not only for drinking, but for washing, cleaning, bathing, cooking. There are a lot of purposes. Beside this, water also generates electricity for us. It's also, and we can use it for so many purposes, right? And the last but not the least is land. Why do we need land? To grow fresh fruits, to grow vegetables, right? To run the factories, to make or to produce different products that we need in our kitchen, to make different dishes, right? All of these are produced somewhere, and for that we need land to grow those things, right? So this is another natural resource, right? Okay. So far we have discussed them. Now what is your activity? See, this is the activity. What is this? It's water, right? It's a picture of a dam. Okay. So now what you are supposed to do? You are supposed to search on Google for the natural resources other than these: water, air, and land. You are supposed to search for the natural resources other than these, because we have already discussed these three in our class. You will search for other. I'm giving you example. Let's say coal. Let's say oil, right? So these are also the natural resources. And you will, let's say sunlight is the best natural resource, because we can do a lot of functions through that, right? Plants are growing, we have this light all the day, and we have heat and so many purposes. So these three are more. Now you are supposed to search for some other. There are bundles of hundreds and thousands of natural resources, and you are supposed to search for some, list them and note them down in your notebook. Got it? Any confusion, any question? Nope. Okay. So tell me the definition. Who is going to define natural resources for me? Because we have discussed them, right? So now I want you to make your own definition, to create your own definition in your own words. Who is going to tell me the definition of natural resources? The resources are the things that we get from land, air, and water. Excellent. What else? The resources that are given to us by Allah. Very well done. Okay. The resources that we get from nature. Very well done. Good efforts, right? So now that was all for today. Hope you guys enjoyed the lecture. Share this video with others because it's free learning. I'll be seeing you in the next class. Take care. Allah Hafiz.